Hello, my little fantasy nerds. Please join us for another episode of Dungeon Crawlers,
Dungeon Crawlers.
where
I've
my
missed
group.
that.
What?
We haven't done it in like 3 weeks,
Oh,
well,
wait, really? I haven't.
yeah,
or I haven't heard it in like.
I was gonna
Oh.
say it's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute.
What is
So-
going on? Roll 20.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not seeing. Is it just my stuff or?
Roll 20.
No, my shit was
There we go.
flipping.
There we go.
Mine's
there we
not
go,
on
there
right
we
now because I'm eating.
go.
Continue.
Yeah, ain't nobody want to see that.
Hell no.
The group has made their way back to Jupiter with a couple days of relaxation and rest. New friends gained, allies fed, enemies killed, and ancient whispers of a land far off, not a land per se, but an island that interests the party. Some things are stirring. It's brought to the attention of the group that forces have begun to make their way towards the edge of the Evercrest Mountains. That scouts have been found clunking around where they should not be. The fate of one of the party members' daughters hangs on a thread as Henri's daughter holds on to what life she has now that she is missing limbs, and Henri has chosen to stay behind. Where she called upon the aid of a fellow night elf, or moon elf.
They're
Alwyn.
pretty similar. I can understand the
Yeah.
mix up.
Alwyn joins the group willingly, lending his aid as a calling seems to, what's the word I'm looking for, push him towards helping the group. As
That's a very good way to describe it.
yeah, it's their futures align for the time being. Kaz reads through some more books along with Freya as you guys have learned more of the past. Things that have happened, groups that were non-existent or are non-existent now but used to be a regular part of society. These individuals, these riders that once used to be these justice keepers of the lands, these almighty warriors, these bloodied bears, a royalty, a lineage is possibly discovered. You're unsure what the next steps are ahead for you as you do look towards the ruins of Vexville, as whispers have told you things unnaturally are stirring there. The undead. Unsure. The land seems to cast a darkness that grasps to everything. Nobody travels there. It is left to its own devices. What is the group to do? They don't know. Discussions were had. No actual course was set. You guys kind of knew where you were going, but not everybody in the group was here to give that final say. But before we do start anything, Kaz, we had kind of talked before about how there was possibly some things you wanted to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely would have involved you in the group discussion had you yourself actually been present at the session.
Yeah, I wanted to just take a day or maybe 2 days, depending. I think we have a number of days here to revisit Bobo's library.
I think you guys had technically rested for about I want to say it was like 3 or 4 days, roughly.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think I need like 10 hours. So that that could be like you spend one long day there or split it up or whatever. I effectively need 10 hours of study time um to get the few things that I wanted to learn.
So you're going to Banff towards Bobo's again. Well,
Yeah, but before I do, I'm gonna ask if Morn wants to go with me or anyone else. But especially Morn.
You ask
you
Morn
know-
if he wants to go talk to Bobo?
Yeah, he might have, information on, druidic things.
I was actually planning on doing anything else today.
Yeah, I mean, he's just one of, potentially one of the most knowledgeable spellcasters that we know in the land.
I was actually planning on also talking to someone today. Otherwise, I would
Mm,
join you. I very much do miss Bobo.
yeah,
You know me.
I'll tell him you're super busy. He's gonna ask.
Will he? He's oh boy.
No,
One of
he's
these
going.
times we're just gonna find ourselves there, aren't we?
And who exactly is this you're going to see?
Oh, I guess just an old friend. We met a long time ago. I don't think is a part of the Justice's Boon, but works with them a lot. When we first came to Jupiter, he sort of helped us here. So he's got a library that I want to read up on a few things. So
Ah,
I might spend a day there.
interesting.
He also usually has drugs there,
Would
just as a reminder for others.
Would you mind,
Anyone.
Charlie, if I came along?
For the drugs or for the library?
No, for the library.
Sure.
Well, if you put it that way.
I mean, I guess they're not mutually exclusive. You could do both.
Morn suddenly doesn't have any other plans.
We'll see, I suppose.
Sure. No hey, you do you. Just don't let me stop you.
No, I'll say this is the day that Martin went out and
I
chilled with the
I
druid.
think I'd rather prefer to keep my nose in the books instead of in a pile of mysterious powder, but that's just me.
Hey, I'm very much a help or get out of the way type of person. So whatever you want to do, you do.
Right then.
I give Kaz a
Very
weird
much
look
like
at
to
Stu.
meet this Bobo then.
I give Kaz a weird
You
look.
did.
when
You
he does
mentioned
that.
his name, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Freya, you want to stop in for a visit?
Yeah, haven't seen
It-
Bobo in a while. I'll go with.
Jaden is here as also, I guess. Jaden, you want to make a new friend?
I'll pass for the time being.
All right.
Yeah, he's kind of annoying to talk to.
Then I will make a teleportation circle and get going.
Real quick, Ginge. Since it's been like 2 or 3 days, for expediency's sake, I do need to get at least 1 or 2 more health potions?
Okay.
Can we just say? at
You are
some point?
easily able to find them at we'll say at at the local alchemist here in town. That would be Jupiter.
If I could get like maybe a superior. Maybe one or two
You
books.
are able to. mm, The Cauldron.
The cauldron. Okay. About how much would a
Yes.
superior cost? One or two.
Superior. Superior runs about 2,200.
Fuck. What about greater?
Greater is gonna run you around 180.
Damn, that's quite a
That's
price
huge.
jump.
Is there one in between I'm missing?
Nope.
Greater's. Okay.
Healing, greater, and superior.
The superior heals a lot though.
Yeah.
It's like
Fuck.
8d8? No. What is it?
Okay, I'm gonna get.
84 plus
You said
8.
180 for greater. I'm gonna get. Hold on.
A superior is 8d4 plus 8.
Mhm.
That's a chunk.
Mhm.
Certainly enough to get you well back within fighting.
God, that's a lot of money. I don't
Range.
have that. I'm gonna get 3 greater then.
So 180 apiece.
Mhm.
Thank you for doing business.
Go. Okay, sorry for the interruption. I don't want to get into shit and not have any.
Could I also get just some more chalk for the teleportation circle?
The chalk will run. The chalk is easy. You
It's-
find like large bundles, like a pack of 4 almost, like enough to last you for a long time for like 1 gold.
Okay.
Easy enough.
And then I will, if everyone's ready, I'll draw up our circle, get going. I'm gonna intentionally not tell Freya that like we're gonna be there for 12 hours.
Oh shit. Yeah, good thing you didn't.
Oh, have fun.
Yeah.
Could have been out smoking with the druid.
Morn's just getting fucking toasted.
Kaz always giving the information and leaving out just enough.
Yeah. I know what information will make you want to go and what information will not make you want to go.
Yeah, that would have definitely done it.
It's fun to go visit in short bursts. 12 hours could be a lot.
Yeah, she's thinking,
Even-
oh, maybe a couple hours max.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Even with charisma, with your high charisma, you could not roll high enough on a persuasion to
Yeah.
convince Warren to go visit Boba. Some checks just aren't possible.
That's just not
Not,
nice.
not even a natural 20 can
Not
warp
even a
the
nat
laws
20.
of nature that much.
I hear charm person is very good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might work.
Or command.
I was gonna say, what's the higher one? Yeah, command person.
Suggestion.
Yeah.
I don't know. Knowing how Morn feels about Bobo,
Gesh.
it's iffy.
I guess if you really wanted him to do it, you could use Gesh.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure ordering Morn to go visit Boba would count as an attack. So that would end. That would end charm person.
The psychic damage.
He would interpret Bobo's advancements as attacks, and that would break it. He'd remember it. Be like, no, I'm here. I need to not be.
Poor Bobo. He's just a flavor that not everybody is a fan of. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are awful.
Always loved Bobo from day one. When he almost killed me, I was like, "Oh, this dude's fucking cool."
Hey, at least Morn somewhat trusts Bobo now. It's gotten better. The relationship's improved slightly.
When did he almost kill you?
But no, Morn did not trust Bobo at all at the beginning.
Ooh, it's
The
like-
very first time,
Oh.
or maybe the second time we saw him, we were breaking into some place in the town where the butcher's son was taken, and we were like investigating, and he was there.
Yeah.
It was real sweet.
And he like wouldn't leave so we could investigate. So it got a little heated. And it was me and Morn. Was Morn with me?
I think so. I kind of vaguely remember that.
And yeah, and he fucked us up
Yeah.
for that.
I think I was rolling because he didn't necessarily trust you guys, and I think I was rolling to see if he was gonna fucking roll you guys.
Yeah, it was like, at least my sense was that like he wasn't trying to like cause serious damage, but just let us know like, hey, I could probably fuck you up right now.
This is
we were
your
like
warning.
I don't know, level 3 or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was like really early on.
Yeah, I feel like it was
We have
pretty-
known Bobo most of the campaign, yeah.
Guys have known him for a while.
Yeah, I mean like since session 10.
So
All right.
you are bamfing to Bobos.
Bamf into Bobos.
Ooh, getting into character.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I can't. I actually can't see anything.
What is going on with Roll20?
I don't know.
20 is
Roll
gone.
20's being
insane.
fucking stupid, yeah. I'm pretty sure next campaign we'll be using something else.
Yeah, it's something that I can actually arrange on the screen too. Would be great. Like little boxes
Yeah.
with like little. I can put titles under people's names and shit like that. That would be really nice, so that it's not.
If you want to take the time to learn it, I've played on Foundry before, and I like it
It
a
was
lot.
one I was looking at. There's another one that I was actually looking at that you can play either VR or on the PC, and you actually can control your character, like in the game. And
What?
yeah,
Yeah, I've seen that one too. I forgot
It's
what
a
it's
kid-
called.
it's a-
Sounds
it's
so
a-
fucking cool.
it's a Kickstarter right now, but
Yeah.
if it fucking works,
Dude, imagine that shit.
I might pitch into that. Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
definitely be
I'd
down
pitch
to
into that.
purchase a VR set just for that.
Oh,
Well, you
that'd
can-
be
you
so
can-
badass.
You can do either or. You can do either or. You
Oh,
can either
so
play
you don't have to.
PC or VR. Yeah.
Well, I'd want to play VR. Like, what the fuck you
Well,
mean?
yeah. Well, and the
Yeah.
cool thing is I can actually. I was watching a video, and you can bamf into like the bad guy, and I can control him and make him like do shit.
It was
yeah.
only a matter of time before something like this came out. It's just
Oh,
needed.
absolutely.
It's just needed.
But I mean, moments later, you bamf in, and sitting in a dark crimson robe with silver trims and artwork that flows the seams of his robe, and an illustrious collar that actually does not lay down, it flips up, so it's kind of like halfway across, and a bunch of necklaces with a bare-chested Bobo. He's wearing pants this time, sitting in his pillow pit, smoking something, and seems to be holding a glass of something and just sipping, and he's three books hover in front of him, and he waves a finger and all three books flip at the same time. Well, don't be, and not even turning around to look at you, don't be stingy. It's not like I can't hear you come in. Join me in the pit. And he flips a finger again as all three pages flip one more time.
Bobo, my friend, always living the indulgent life.
Turns around, stares at you. Oh, you know me, Kaz. How goes it? And friends and new friend.
I'll kind of like put my hand up like a little wave. Hey, Bobo.
Hello. You said you came with then?
Yeah, I came with.
Okay. Good evening, darling. Please come sit with me.
I will
Well,
have to sit down.
I'll go sit. I'll say, this is Elwyn, our new
Hello.
friend, related to Henri.
I see.
Well, sort of, but that's how we
Related.
put it. Yeah.
Without even like standing up, he just kind of like does a hand backwards and like a fainty like you may grab and kiss my hand type way. Good evening.
A good evening to you as well.
Oh,
without-
you got a hand kiss.
Hmm.
Alan kissed Bobo's hand. Oh, you're playing with fire.
He
don't
sees nothing wrong about that.
No, I'm saying you're playing with fire because of Bobo's personality. Alwyn doesn't know Bobo yet.
True. He's just being respectful.
Yeah. So what brings you here? Just a point of thing. Is your pet on your shoulder?
No.
No.
I want to keep a pocket, like a breast pocket, and like on the inside of a.
Just fill it with chicken.
Yeah. I was thinking about this the other day. Like when Yvette made breakfast, I want to just like grab a bunch of bacon and just like periodically take little bacon pieces and just put it into
Shove
my.
it in there.
That
Yeah.
dragon's gonna get fat. He just eats
Yeah.
bacon all day.
It's good for his scales.
Yeah. It'll make him shiny.
Yeah, the fat's good for his scales. I feel like.
Mm-hmm. I mean, hey, dragons are carnivores.
Yeah.
Yep. So what brings you here?
Well, primarily just to see my good friend.
Of course, of course.
Additionally, and secondarily, if you wouldn't mind me spending some more time in your library, I had a couple other things that I thought I could learn that maybe help us in our next journey.
Course. Depends on what you're looking to learn, of course. I mean, some things are a little bit out of your reach. Did you redo your hair or something? Something seems off about you.
Me?
Yes, you. Who else
I'm
would I
al-
be talking to?
I'm always redoing my hair.
Hmm. And he kind of stands up and like adjusts his robe, and he does like the fold, but he doesn't like fold it so it's close to keep keep yourself
Right,
warm.
right.
He does like this half fold, so it's like just this deep V,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
just starts to like walk around you in a circle. I can't quite. Something just seemed different. You seem a little more regal.
You know what it probably is? I'm just a certified badass now.
Fair enough. I mean, I always knew that, but
But now I know, so it reflects differently.
yes, fair enough, fair enough. So what are you looking to learn today? And I'll let you know whether or not you have access to said things. So you show him kind of what you're looking to learn, and pull that up again.
Is this Jurassic Park?
Lord of the
No,
Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
It's so weird. Why in my brain am I seeing Jurassic Park?
I can kind of see why you would think that.
I was like,
But
maybe
a
I'm just
similar feel.
I'm just thinking of the dragon in my pocket, maybe.
So he is letting you know that water breathing, he has a book easily accessible to you for that. And then number 3, He said that one is a possibility, but he's going to have to make sure that you are capable enough.
Okay.
And then the other books are a little out of your magical reach yet.
Okay.
And-
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, nothing. He just keeps staring at you awkwardly, like something's off and he can't quite place it.
I guess I'll tell him. You know what it might be that you're noticing. I'm not sure how you're noticing. But you know me, I make a lot of new friends as
Of
we
course.
travel. I'm so likable. I got a new friend that's maybe different, and I'll sort of reach in, and I think both me as a player and Kaz as a character is not sure of the appropriateness of giving this thing a name. So I will pull out this dragon, which is I assume is still hand sized, and
It's a little bit bigger now.
and show him what I've got. I feel
Bobo-
like it's sort of gauche. Is that maybe a word to name a dragon? I feel like a dragon like has a name. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
you don't give them a name, like they have a name.
They're in essence, I mean, you're not wrong. They're sentient. I mean, they're
Yeah.
smart. They're smart creatures. So, right off the bat, you notice Bobo's face goes from this playful Bobo to incredibly serious, stern face, and just staring at you. Follow me.
You
The
don't
rest
seem
of you-
happy.
Stay out here. He leads you to a giant door, silver in color, with intricate lines and carvings that run along the outside. Make a perception check.
Ba-boom!
Nice. On the door, you notice, like a mural, almost, from left to right. You notice like a great war, and you see dragons fighting, and you see people on the ground shooting things upwards. It looks like a battle between dragons and humans. And as with a 20, as you look closely, on the back of the dragons, somebody's sitting. And he traces his finger down the center of the doorway and walks through into a ginormous open circular room.
Okay. Is it mostly empty?
It's empty, completely empty.
Okay. I'll just, I guess, sort of look at Bobo with a curious look.
He doesn't even turn around. He just stands. He goes to the center of this room and just stands with his back to you and just is like staring at the wall. And like occasionally looks up, and as he looks up, when you kind of like peek in the doorway just a little bit and you look up, it's almost like a starscape.
Can I go stand by him and just see what he's looking at?
You walk in, and he doesn't look like he's staring at anything, and then you hear and the doors close behind you. And it's just you and Bobo in this room as he snaps his fingers again and torches line the wall.
Bobo, are you gonna kill me in here? I'm gonna be real mad if you do.
It depends on your next answer.
Ooh.
How long? How long have you had one of them?
A week?
Did you
Maybe.
find...
I'm not trying to be deceptive. I'm just
Yeah.
assuming in game weekish.
Okay. Did you find this creature, or did this creature come to you?
Well, we were in McKill. I don't know if you heard. McKill's in a bad place right now. Not totally our fault. These troubles kind of follow us sometimes, but we were in McKill. Gregarian's a real piece of shit, and he wasn't going to let us out. Yeah. He wasn't going to let us out, so we let ourselves out. And when we were there, we were leaving, and something in one of his rooms in his basement called to me. Maybe not in a literal sense in that it made a noise, but it told me not to leave without going into the room. And again, not verbally, but somehow in my mind made itself known to me that I should take it. And I'll show him my palm, which I think probably still has a burn on it. I'll say it was an egg. I thought it might actually be related to some of the stones that we've been trying to find. But when I touched it, it scorched my hand into this pattern and hatched.
As you...
So I guess the short answer would be that it found me. I was close. Maybe I found it, but it called to me. I don't know exactly.
As you tell this story, and you outreach your palm to Bobo, and you show him the scar, he turns, grasps your hand with one hand, the other hand, and he kind of takes with the other hand and begins to trace the scar mark. And as you pay attention, you look up at Bobo and you see tears. It's good to see this again. It is good. And he turns and begins to walk away from you and starts to strip.
Oh boy.
And as he's completely naked... Don't scream, Cass. And just hulks out. And after 3, 4, 5 seconds, as you open your eyes, split second thinking you're getting ready to be obliterated, a silver dragon stands before you.
What the fuck? Bobo's a fucking dragon?
Holy shit. It all makes sense.
Oh my god.
It all makes sense.
Get out of here.
And as you look over this dragon isn't, from what you read in the books, usually as dragons age, their colors dull a little bit. instead of being, in their younger years, are very iridescent, very bright, very shiny. His silver is still very silver, but a lot of it has gone from a silver to more of a dark gray almost.
Like
And-
not polished.
Yes,
Like it's tarnished in some places too.
but as you look, heavily scarred. Like large areas of just like gash marks, and you can see at a couple points where it looks like the scales were almost like ripped off but have regrown around the areas. And as best as something like this can do, this big toothy smile, and he lays down and just folds both feet over one another and gets down to face level.
I would tell him in Draconic that seeing him this way is both shocking and also the most obvious thing, right? Like it's simultaneously shocking but in no way surprising, if that makes sense.
And he just smiles. And as he smiles, he comments back to you. There we go. You see, I was known as Bobo to my friends and allies, but I am actually known as Balfir the Dazzled. I am what you would call... go down here. The Dracoria Impendum. I was a rider. Or I had a rider. He was taken from me. His name was Ilhar. He died defending me during the Crest Wars. And
Would I know how
slowly-
long ago that is?
Slowly he morphs back in front of you and like retrieves his robes and covers himself up. Make a history check.
History starts with an H. It's where the H's are.
Very good. The Crest Wars would have been
Been studying a
probably
lot lately.
3 centuries ago, roughly.
Okay. I guess I'll just I guess I'll just sort of look at Bobo.
May I? And he like holds out his hands towards the tiny dragon.
Yeah, of course. And I'll
And he-
sort of do like you do with a roly poly and have it, walk to the other person's hand.
Yeah. He slowly caresses and does things that you didn't realize you could do towards dragon. He pets like a certain part, like he like up under one of the scales. He like lifts the scale up, like around the ear, and kind of like where a dog you'd scratch and the leg kind of kicks. He finds like this spot and kind of rubs it, and he watches the dragon's eyelids like close and then like flip up in a weird way, and it kind of like rolls over to its side and like puts its arms out and stretches. He is just a baby. Has he spoken to you yet?
No.
Then you are new in your bonding.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess there's a lot I don't know. I don't know if I should name him. He likes meat. I'm saying he, but I really don't know he or she. I've just been feeding it meat and keeping it close by. Usually in my pocket. Obviously, I won't be able to do that for very long. I don't know what's going to happen when it gets bigger. There's a lot of things I don't know.
Follow me. And he leads you to this chamber that's nothing, and then touches one of the far walls, and a separate room opens up. And as the separate room opens up, you walk inside, and it's a larger room, but it's closed off, and you see armor made for a full-grown dragon. You see swords. You see things you've never seen before that look like they were made for battle on some kind of large animal. He grabs a book off the shelf and hands it to you, and you speak Draconic, so it is handling and taming of your new bondling. And as you kind of flip through the pages and he gives you some instructions, it tells you that certain types of meat to feed your dragon to keep them lean. You don't want to give them too many fatty meats. You want to make sure that they're getting a well-balanced diet between X, X, and X. And then it tells you eating processed foods actually causes the insides of the dragon to basically clog. That you want to give it fresh meat, freshly butchered, during lean times, and it specifies certain day. It goes into this whole strict regimens, and no, you guys were all kept in the main area. But it goes into this.
But I saw him pull it out.
Technically,
No.
you didn't see shit.
Yeah, no.
I guess you're right.
That door he closed him in a separate room. You were standing in kind of an open study. We
were standing in the pillow pit, and he pulled out the dragon from his pocket. That's
No.
what I was talking about.
Nope, they went into a separate room for that. Yeah, that whole thing
when he
happened
said,
in another room.
he said, I guess I'll tell Bobo about the dragon. They had already gone to
A different room. Yeah.
Why did I think that they were out in the main area?
I don't know. That's when Bobo
You
was
were
like,
left.
Oh.
Yeah, you were left in the main area.
I thought Kaz pulled out the dragon there in the main room, and then Bobo was like,
wait.
"Let's go somewhere else."
No, it was way before that.
Wait,
because
actually, now that you're saying
actually,
that,
hold on.
Bobo get serious and then
that's
take
what
you into another room? Actually, I think
yes,
you're right.
Yes,
I'm
actually,
sorry.
you're right. Nope, you are right.
My timeline was off on that too.
You'd kind of showed him the dragon, and then Bobo went dead serious.
Yeah, so I'm like,
yeah.
Okay,
the fuck?
so ignore my last comment then, and I will.
But you're standing in kind of a small library. Like when you went here and they said there was going to be this grand library, it's this one bookshelf, and you're just kind of like, this is it? Okay. But, basically he gives you the know-how of how to basically raise and bond with your bondling. It tells you the lifespans. It tells you how fast they grow, what to feed them. It tells you that they're sentient creatures, and when they reach a certain age, they basically will start to discuss with you and tell you their name. Because they mature differently.
This is effectively what to expect when you're expecting to have a dragon. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, where was I? He then proceeds to tell you a little bit more about himself and kind of delves into a little bit of the history of the Riders and kind of how he was a High Council. He was one of 4 other High Council members He was actually him and his rider were charged with training new riders on flying techniques for battle. And then there was a sword master, there was a magic master, there was so forth and so on.
What do we think this means that this happened now? Hundreds of years past when, this has all taken place last.
It means that this egg was waiting specifically for you. The right rider. It chose you.
Bobo, that's some real cosmic shit. What were you having before we got here?
We can go back out there and find out if you would like. It's pretty good. I went pretty far into the Evercrest Mountains to get that little plant. But only 10 eggs are given a year. And those 10 eggs don't hatch for just anyone. They used to be brought to each town. And each town, the children were allowed to touch. And when the egg cracked and opened, that child was taken and made into a rider. Of course, with the parents' permission, it was nothing. Yeah.
But there hasn't.
They weren't conscripted.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a rider for a while, right? I mean, this is not a thing that anyone I know or anyone that I've ever met has really known about.
As far as I know, the riders and the spirit channelers were dangerous to the Empire, and we were wiped clean. We were eradicated when we went against the Empire at the time when it was new and fresh. They deemed anything of magical and mythical power be wiped from Rothos. We were seen as a dangerous entity. There used to be a city, a grand city, of powerful individuals that lived in the now Swamp of Lost Mines. That was an entire civilization. They were eradicated. The council members that used to sit in what are now the ruins of Vexville were sieged upon, the castle broken, our people slain, whether it be in our sleep, poisoned, killed in open combat. Slowly we were whittled down to a remainder of 3 of us. One day while I traveled through the Evercrest Mountains, I was set upon by several members on griffins. My wing was broken. We landed, my rider tried to defend me. He was slain in combat as I managed to flee, shapeshift, and hide. The grief was immense, but as far as I was told, what was left of the eggs was broken and cracked and killed to make sure that no more riders could be made. So the fact that there's one still now is a testament.
So, on Hertzvik Island, the ruins there, was a meeting for a council of dragon riders at one point?
It's not a meeting. It's where we held That's where we lived. It is a great, powerful place. It's where one of the grand ley line comes to.
So I mentioned when we first got here that I wanted to find a spell that may help us in water, in case anyone went overboard or was pulled under, because I think we're planning on sailing to that island.
He gives you kind of a concerned look. You do not plan on taking the youngling with you, do you?
I was, yeah. I mean, I feel like I need to protect it. There's no.
As you should, with your life. Any feelings that you feel, he or she will feel as well, and vice versa. If you feel pain, if you feel death, he might not feel death, but he will feel your passing. And it will be a pain worse than death.
I think we our group, this is hubris, but I each day feel more like our group is meant to bring down the Empire, and that's the right. Is what?
I can only hope.
And I feel that's the right thing to do, and that if we do that, this will be a better world for this young dragon to live in. But before we do that, this is a really dangerous place, and my instinct is to just take it with me everywhere I go. But I also have doubts on whether that's the safest or the smartest thing to do when it's so young. But also I don't want to leave it without me when it's so young, because I feel like we need to be close to each other, but also I don't want to put it in dangerous situations. And you can see the issue that I have, the internal struggle of what to do.
That's good.
There wasn't a
That means you
question.
care for it.
There wasn't a question in there. I'm realizing now. I'm just hoping that maybe you understand or tell me what to do, or I don't know. I don't know what I'm hoping.
You should do whatever makes you feel as you already have a strong sense of protection for this youngling. And you should. But, if my sources are correct, that area is moving, if it makes sense.
What do you mean?
I hear the land awakens. The battles long fought, long ago there. The individuals that died are now beginning to make a return.
Yeah, I've heard similar stirrings.
So, I would be extremely cautious.
Yeah.
As for the rest of it, you are more than capable to handle any and all spells that I can give to you. You have access to my deepest libraries. on the condition that you will return here and train under me when this is done.
I'm happy to make that agreement, but being sort of a con man for several years, I need more specific language in that agreement. When what exactly is done?
Whatever it is that you seek to accomplish, that you will eventually return to properly train in the ways of the Dragon Rider.
That's
As you now have a responsibility.
I think
Whether you like
that
it or not.
I think that Kaz will. No one else is around, right? So maybe in a way that like no one else has seen, Kaz will probably uh, get emotional and have some emotion in her voice and say that, I didn't have parents. I was raised by strangers and by myself on the streets as a young child. I don't have any training or framework to care for another young being. So I would be happy to get more training in that. I would agree with I would happily agree to doing that. I would have no hesitation to do that. I don't know that I have the skills to give this creature what it needs today.
As your voice cracks a little bit, and you get a little bit emotional, Bobo takes one giant step forward and just pulls you into a big hug.
Hugging a dragon.
Hell yeah.
And he kisses you on the top of your forehead and kind of pulls you back so that you're not like right to his face, but kind of like yay-ish close. Well, then you have me now, and I will look after you. I promise, no drugs yet.
Okay.
But return when you are done, and I will instruct you in the ways that are proper for those of our line.
I will look forward to it.
Good. Let me show you to the real library. And he like walks back towards the giant silver doors. Shall we? I have to get back into the mood anyways. That was a very big buzzkill. I don't like being that serious.
Yeah, me neither. God,
It's not fun.
must be in the genes.
You guys are perfect for each other.
So he walks you back out, and you guys see as Boba walks out, and he does like this strut now. He seems much more happier. Like exuberant, almost like riding on a cloud.
Kaz is like exhausted. Like when you not a day of like doing yard work, but when you have like just a heavy day and you're just like
Tapped.
exhausted you're just like tapped out after. Not in a bad way, just like out of fuel,
I'm gonna like raise an eyebrow, but smile a little bit. You guys have a good
Yeah.
talk?
I'll just nod affirmatively.
Yep, and this little dragon is kind of like running around Kaz's shoulder now, and just like resting, and just like looking like everywhere in the room, and just like taking in everything.
And then to confirm, Ginge, is a gold dragon.
It is gold.
So I'll like look at Alwyn and kind of like poke his shoulder, and then point at the dragon. See, it was metallic. I was right.
Am I able to tell?
If it's metallic,
Yeah.
I can't remember how we.
You
Yeah,
said it's
I-
gold, but would we be able to tell that it's gold? Like, does it?
Well, would
I
I,
mean, it's a-
specifically, since I'm blind?
roll
You could
perception check.
trust- You could trust too.
with-
whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you can do either one. You can do insight, or you can do your own perception check. But your perception is going to be a disadvantage. Because how we kind of discussed the whole sight thing.
Yeah.
Roll again.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
It's not so much that you see, but you kind of like the
sense
Matrix. It's like with the Matrix with the eyes closed, you just see colors. And you see a vibrant gold, like this gold color hovering around Kaz's kind of purple form. And if anything gave you the sense of pure, like, goodness, you get that from that. Like a warm, glowing sun, almost.
Do I get anything from Bobo?
I'll say with a high like that. So you get this vibrant yellow sun
Mm-hmm.
from Kaz. It's small. Like it's a very small sun, and you're kind of like, okay. And as you look towards Kaz
To Bobo.
or Bobo, you see, like, if you were standing in outer space, like right in front of the sun, silver, like this giant fucking planet of silver in front of your eyes, and you're just like, what the fuck? And it actually scares you for a split second.
I'll like, when upon noticing that, I jump to my feet, and I'll point my why am I blanking on this word? I'll point my cane in Bobo's direction. I wasn't able to see it before, for reasons unknown.
And you're
There's
not
something
sure. Yeah,
There's
there you go.
something about you, kind of similar to that little thing.
What? You just mean attractive? I mean, that's my daily.
No, that thing, the wormling there, bright as the sun, gold. You are as silver as the moon, and 1,000 times brighter. Why would I be seeing this?
So Alduin is unable to see this, but the rest of you see Bobo like stop, and like the shoulders lower just a tish, and he turns and goes, "Because I'm old." And like flickers of arcane energy come off the edges of the eyes, and all of you guys are like, the room shifts like dark for a second and then comes back. Well, that's no fun anyways. Follow me, Kaz. And like walks off, and it's kind of like a moment of like, oh, okay, fuck us. Yep, not doing that again.
I'm gonna get close to Alwyn and kind of speak towards, or stand next to him and kind of speak towards him. To be fair, Bobo is very flamboyant. I wouldn't be surprised if that translates into him being a really sparkly individual. He's also super versed in magic, so the flamboyancy and the magicalness maybe makes him look bright.
Something like that.
I mean, Freya doesn't fucking know.
Yeah, she's just taking stabs.
He's like, well, yeah, his like tricks and shit. What he just did is no difference. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would have no reason to think he's a dragon.
No. You were led into another room, though, Kaz, into the room that you were led before, where you learned the other spells. And as you sit there and you learn, he takes you against one of the bookshelves. And for a second, you're like, Bobo, I've already read these books. where's the other library? And he taps one of the books that's in ancient Draconic, and you're just barely able to make out a couple of the symbols. And he smiles, and he pulls down one of the books, and the whole bookshelf shifts, and it opens up into another room. And this other room, these books are old. Be very gentle. Some of these books have been around probably longer than I have. And you know me, I'm young and spry, so it couldn't have been that long. But be gentle. You have full access to this room whenever you want. Come back. Visit. I always like company. Also, and he leans in really close, if you get the opportunity, could you bring the big one?
Yeah, Morin's been really into nature lately.
Oh, and he like his finger and all of his robes turn into like these green fawn like vines and
Yeah,
like little things like this.
exactly like that.
And he like
So
opens the chest a little bit more and like ruffles the hair and just what do you think?
we were coming here, and he was like, "I gotta spend some time with nature." I was like, "Bobo knows a ton about nature." I don't know what's going on with him, but he'll come along.
Well, I mean, who else could he be with? There's nobody else that more exciting than I am.
That's
could
what I
teach him-
said.
I could teach him so many things.
All nature.
I could teach him
Yeah.
nature, arcane. I could teach him some other things.
The nature of yourself. How much more
Ah,
natural can you be, right?
It's always natural.
That's what I told him.
I'll catch him next
I don't want to get natural with Bobo.
time.
We're gonna learn the nature of man.
So, Bobo leaves you alone to the room. He walks back into the other room where the rest of the group is, invites them all into the pit, and proceeds to show you guys a really good fucking time. The food is amazing, the drinks are amazing, you don't get too drunk. He doesn't give you like hardcore drugs, he gives you this like just really good weed. And you basically just sit in this pillow pit and eat like amazing food that you've never had you've never even heard of before.
I'm not touching any of it.
Fair enough.
Rude.
Bobo notices and he scoots closer to you and like tries to like kind of like hold towards your mouth, like just try it. It's not bad, I promise. There's nothing in this, it's just a cheese sandwich. Please. And this goes on for like hours.
It's just
He's
a
just
cheese
like-
sandwich.
He's just like he keeps trying to like just coerce you to have a good time and like he notices an uptight bitch when he sees an uptight bitch and he keeps trying to like get you down to his level. So he's like one of them. Like he notices that you're just like, I must be serious, and he's like, no, be free. And he tries to like undo like the top button of like your tunic and shit like that. And he's like, just be free, just come on. But over the course of you guys come back and forth to the library. You guys go back home. We'll say over the next 2-3 days, you learn pretty much anything you want to learn. He gives you access to like a fountain of knowledge of books.
Time out.
Yes.
After being there for a good 8 hours, I'm gonna be like, oh, this is great, and I'm just gonna be like getting close to Kaz and like, so are we leaving yet? That's gonna be the first 8 hours, and then after
When you
another
sew
couple
that-
hours,
Bobo shows you to the teleportation pad that takes you, like, you don't even have to have Kaz. You can just bamf back to Jupiter,
oh sweet,
to
okay.
Elena's Tower. Yeah,
Well,
he
okay.
shows you the way out. You just can't get there without Kaz.
Got it. Okay. So, I'm gonna approach Bobo and be like, "Oh, well, it's been lovely seeing you again. It's so nice to catch up. I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again soon, but I really have to get back." see myself.
He-
To the...
He pulls you in and gives you a kiss on both sides of your cheek. And then like gets really close and like gives you a big hug and whispers in your left ear. You seem most spry and happy. Keep that. Now go have fun.
I'm gonna give him a big grin and nod, and then I'm gonna head to the teleportation circle and head back.
After spending probably like the whole day just reading over these spells that I was trying to copy down, before I leave to go back like home for the night, if Bobo is still there, I'll just tell him one more thing. As I get ready to leave, I'll tell him bye, give him a hug, and I'll say, hey, meant to tell you, in the spirit of not keeping secrets, we rescued a bunch of slaves in McKill. McKill was crazy, by the way. That town was insane, but we rescued a bunch of slaves when we killed Gregarian.
And his eyes perk up when you say that. You don't say.
Yeah, and we sent them all back to Jupiter, and a lot of these moon elves think that Freya's like the queen of the world. Yeah,
Interesting.
we were walking through town like a coronation. People were like bowing in the street and shit. It was crazy. She'll never tell you. She's super uncomfortable with it.
You don't say. Did they have an interesting? I will have to look into this.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of detail. I just know that like one of the people that we rescued got it in their heads that like she was a queen, and they must have told everybody. We were just walking through town and people were like bowing and long live the queen. Older elvish sayings that I didn't even know. It was a lot. There's a lot happening here. There's a lot that's happened since we've seen you last.
Yes. Yes, it has. A queen, you say? I have to redo the decorations. If she comes again. And he like begins to look around and you see him like, that should be purple. I have to go. I have things to do. And he like walks away just like, and you just see like all of a sudden like all the tapestries just start shifting colors. And you see him like waving at things. No, that's not regal enough. No, over here.
Not
Oh, okay.
so fast.
It's like the Hogwarts hall.
Yeah.
All the banners switch.
Yep. You just see him just like.
So I assumed in my mind that that Alwyn went with Freya.
I don't
No,
know.
I was still here.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I probably would not have told Bobo that in front of anyone else.
Okay.
Um,
So make a stealth check. Okay. What's your passive perception there, Mr. Alwyn?
gotta be a 12.
It's a 17.
Yeah.
Mine's a 12 and I can't see shit.
You managed to hear something of the nature of Freya's a queen? What?
I think he was with us before when we were walking through town and people were bowing, though.
No, that was Henri.
Oh, you're right. It was. Sorry.
And that was too recent for her to have mentioned.
True. Sorry. Go ahead.
But as he like, I've just been kind of watching Bobo this whole time, and the second he like turns around, and he's like, "Oh, I've gotta go." I'm like, "Nuh-uh." before I
Can I
leave,
help
I
you?
would have the truth out of you.
And that would be what?
So, these eyes do not see.
These eyes are crying.
My sight is a gift from my lady, Elune, the night dancer.
He always was an annoying one.
Indeed. And earlier, saw something very interesting. Not sure how I missed it the first time I saw you. Would you care to explain to me why you looked so very much like that dragon? The wormling.
First, don't call it wormling. They don't like to be called that. 2, I don't know what you're talking about. I just happen to shine brightly because I'm fantastic. Of course.
Well then, at
You
least.
probably should press for answers that you don't want
Well
the
then, tell
answers
me.
to.
Well then, at least tell me this.
What is
And
that?
I'll click the rune on my cane and draw my sword and
Okay.
point it at him and say, "At least tell me you're not white or black."
White or black? What?
Am I in the room?
Yeah,
or
I
have
don't think I
have
don't
I
think
not come back yet?
I don't think you had come back yet.
Okay.
Your scales.
I don't have scales. Silly boy. But if you're going to draw a weapon on me, you should probably learn how to use it, and he taps your forehead. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Don't fuck with Bobo in his face.
Nice! Oh. Interesting. Well, alrighty then. You should probably leave, though, before I do get serious.
Click the rune on the hilt. Turns back into a cane.
That's what I thought. And for the record, my coat is red, not silver. And he dusts it and walks away and clicks again, and the whole entire room shifts to a silver and red. And you just hear a little tune being whistled. You guys leave?
I leave.
So just to clarify, if you had this conversation before I had returned from the library, then you would not have heard me tell Bobo about Freya.
He heard that, and then you guys were leaving, and then he turned around and did that in front of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Literally, as you guys were getting ready to leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will.
Can I roll insight on him saying his coat is red, not silver?
I mean, he wasn't lying.
He wasn't
was
lying.
red.
The cat.
He had changed it back to red. He was just shifting the colors of his robe.
Oh, the robe.
Yeah.
I was confused.
I will sort of signal to. When I see this, in my brain it says Aelwyn. Would you say Aelwyn or Alwyn?
Alwyn.
Alwyn. Towards the teleportation circle there, like. Let's head out, and I'll sort of hint for you to go first.
I shan't linger in this place.
As he
teleporting.
walks through, I'll just look at Bobo and be like, "This fucking guy. Should I worry about this dude?"
You turn, but as you turn around, you actually see Bobo like confused that his spell didn't work, and he's just like tapping his finger and then like doing shit to the walls, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Don't hit me with anything. Do we need to be worried about this dude?
It's fine. If not, I'll just try casting Modify Memory again.
Okay.
Oh, good
Yeah,
thing, good thing you
yeah.
saved that.
It's a
Oh
really
my
good
God.
thing that you nat 20'd that, because I was gonna fucking wipe your memory.
Oh shit.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I was just as surprised as you were. I was like, oh well, fuck.
I mean, I did something stupid.
Yeah,
But
he was totally gonna send you packing as you were just a happy camper. He was gonna make you like a little child on the way out the door.
GG Ray. Oh my God.
Good save.
That made me look
Good
way more
save.
badass than it would have if it failed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes, this fucking guy.
I'll just look and I'll say, and I'll let you. He's new. I don't know. I'll let you know how it works out with him.
It's fine. Be
If
safe.
I hear more on
And-
Freya, I'll let you know. And obviously, I'll send more in your regards.
I would appreciate that. But
Of course.
I do have something for you. And he disappears. He comes back about 2 minutes later and he hands you a vial. And the vial, it actually illuminates 10 feet out around you in all directions. Throw this on the ground when you are in dire need. If you're going where I think you're going, you'll need that.
Okay. Emergency vial. Okay. I will do it.
Think about it this way. It's basically a vial of destroy undead in a 40-foot cube. It basically just like you throw it down and it'll just like wave out.
Okay.
So in essence, I'll have to roll a save for every single undead.
Yeah. Okay. I'll see you soon, friend.
Goodbye, Kaz. Enjoy. Have fun. Don't die. And keep it safe.
I will do my best.
Of course. And he does he flicks his finger again as he's walking away and his robes go purple with like silver streaks down the back of it. Yes, I think that's definitely more regal. And he does that and all everything begins to go this purple red with silver streaks and frill. Ah, yes, fit for a queen. Now for food. And you hear him walking away like saying and muttering things to himself.
I'll sneak through the teleport.
One thing before you walk through the teleporter, you kind of look at all the doors, and before the doors looked like they had no doorknob. And you've noticed before that on the doors that you were allowed to go through, they had doorknobs, whereas the ones that you weren't allowed into did not have doorknobs. Every single one of the doors around you now has a doorknob.
Oh.
There you go. Okay. I may explore them another time.
Ooh. So, while this is all happening, just quickly, Jaden and Morn, is there anything special you guys are doing?
This is just the day that Morn went to talk to the druid.
Yep.
So he's probably just chilling. There was one thing I actually did remember I wanted to ask him about that I didn't before. Friggin' when you originally taught me my first spell, I channeled my magic through my great axe. I've realized this is made it a little means I have to be holding my great axe to cast magic. Do you know of any other ways of channeling a druid spell?
You just mean a focus.
Yeah.
Well, let's just transfer the focus from your axe to your new axe.
Well, that would work.
He sits down, takes the axe from you, places it on the fire. As he places it on the fire, he begins to rub charcoal along the top of it. Give me your hand. He takes your hand and does a small cut and drips 3 droplets of blood, smears it with the charcoal. And as he does, the axe seems to absorb the contents of this mixture. And as he does this, you watch as he takes this, like, just giant fucking huff of whatever he's smoking in a pipe and just, like hookah smoke, like just this billowing cloud, and it covers the fire. And for a second, you think that he actually legit, with one breath, blew the fire out. This like almost semi-bonfire, and the fire disappears for a second, and then all of a sudden just erupts around the axe. And as it does, he reaches into the fire, grabs the axe, and hands it to you, and the axe is stone cold. Like it was never in the fire at all.
Blizzard's anguish. I grab it and I feel like kind of surge of magic through me.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's the
Like it
word.
never left. We should be good.
I'd probably return to town. I don't know when they
And
got back, but I'd be getting back to town probably an hour or so after dark. I would have
As
set
you-
back around.
As you go to leave, you look back, and Bruggen, where Bruggen once was, is now this giant, almost cat-like creature curled up in a ball next to the fire.
That's how he gets warm.
Hell yeah. So, Jaden, anything from you? Good sir?
No.
One thing of notice, Sheena does come back on the second day, and she shows you a booklet. Or not a booklet, but she found a, like a tomb. And the tomb is of the runes of Vexville, and it does explain, how long ago there used to be 5 central points throughout Rothos that used to connect them, like a ley line. And there was a central ley line that basically absorbed all of these, and how these different ley stones were used to almost like a waterway, like a pipe, and it focused all of them into a central ley stone. And the central ley stone collected energy from these other 4 points. And it talks about how this central ley line was actually in the center of this rune of Vexville, and how it was used long ago to actually power this city. And she kind of notes that to you, and you guys talk about that, and the book actually even goes even more into depth about the civilization that was, correct me if I'm wrong, but Miho?
Mizuho.
Misaho, that is now the Swamp of Lost Mind. But it's almost, and it actually almost pisses you off and sends you into a rage, you and Sheena both, because instead of being this like almost history lesson on like this once long ago like city, it's literally like 3 sentences about how there once used to be a city there that was wiped out long ago of a civilization that was once there. And that's basically all it does to explain it. Almost like somebody purposely removed that from the timeline.
Sort of like turn the page back and forth, be like, this is it.
It just makes, when you read it, it makes no sense. Like, you expect more information, and when you turn the page, it's just gone. And as you actually make a perception check, actually make an investigation check because you're touching the book.
It's even better. 33.
Oh yeah. You notice the moment you turn the page and turn it back, and you're like, what the fuck? And you turn the page again, and as you look down into the bindings of the book, where somebody who purposely rips out a page of a book, you notice it because you can see the jagged lines of of a page. It's not there, but you look very closely in this almost ADHD rage, paying attention, and you can actually see a portion of the bindings of the book where they almost surgically removed an entire couple of pages, and then somebody with a pen, like an ink pen, went through and altered all of the numbers on the book to basically exclude however many pages. You're not even certain. Like they just wiped it clean from history, like it never existed.
Hold on a second. Dear, look here. There actually used to be more here. See? I could tell that they've been
What do you
slightly
mean?
altered. The page numbers.
I don't. There's page numbers. I don't see what you mean.
No, these were originally different page numbers. Somebody went and, through extreme precision and craftsmanship, removed some of these pages.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. Where did you say you found this?
I got it from somebody selling it out of Skarnsvold. It was a book to be burned. They are currently getting rid of some certain books that are deemed inappropriate and volatile towards the Empire. I snuck a couple books out. This is one of them. I gave the rest to Elena as they were more pertained to ancient history.
Why go through the trouble of destroying it if they've already altered the history?
I wonder, do you think somebody kept the pages, maybe? Or there's another book like this that they could reference off of? That's really confusing why you would go through the troubles of doing such a thing.
There very well may be.
Interesting. I will, I will go talk to Elena to see if there's anything in those other books, or if we notice. You said pages were actually taken out, not ripped out, but taken out.
Yes.
I will have to go verify with her. And she kisses you on the cheek with a bright smile, and kind of takes off for Elena's house. Or tower, I should say.
No. Reach into the recesses of my mind once again and say, your storied history give us any clue to this mystery, old friend?
Like what?
Do you know anything about the Empire and its foundings?
Roll a history check for Ozzy.
No. Just intelligence.
Not bad. I do believe this used to be elven territory, and a small settlement of humans settled in that. I believe they found the elves and the locals to be distasteful. They started a war and began to slowly make their way across Rothos, basically engulfing all of Rothos in some kind of war. If my memory serves me correctly, your kind chose to not side with the humans, because even though most of you were human by nature, there was a mix, there was an intermingling, and they found you as distasteful, and I think they did something happened in your city, and I can't remember what. Something bad. I don't remember much more. I'm sorry. Brain's a little fuzzy after, a couple thousand years.
Of course. That event might be why they removed said pages from the book. Gives me an inkling of what might have transpired. Thank you.
Bars. Hey, you think that elven girl is back yet?
The half-elf, I'm not exactly sure. I guess we could go check.
Hey, you go ahead and stay here. I'll just go take a peek. What do you think?
What the fuck,
yeah.
Ozzy?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Do as you wish.
Okay, yeah, not a problem. You just stay here, okay? Okay, I'll be right back. Anybody doing anything else? No?
I probably would have, after getting back, I probably would have went to my room and did my usual burying my nose in the journal. And again, now that I can read Abyss, I'll kind of try and determine more. Or help. I don't know.
Roll it just a straight intelligence check as you're reading to see if you can pick up anything else. Okay. Not really. You're not picking out any new information that's just really jumping off the pages at you. It's pretty much the same stuff. A lot of it is just how the Undying One came into being, how the Undying One over the course of the years, of the centuries, has been. The Undying One is an entity that basically takes the body of a willing individual. or somebody who gives their being or their essence to this individual to allow him form. And it's pretty much the only thing you're picking up, and you're not getting anything else other than that.
Okay.
Okay. So, we're going to time skip a little bit to the very end when you guys were kind of having that discussion about whether or not you were going there and what you wanted to do, because Kaz wasn't able to make it during then. So we'll say you guys partially already had that conversation, and Kaz is just now getting back from Bobo's at that time, and he just happens to walk in at this time as you guys are having that conversation as to whether or not you guys are leaving.
And if I recall, the conversation was whether we go to Steinthorn and deal with the Baron, or we go to Vexville to look for this potential wish.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, wish or whatever's happening in Vexville, because there's talks of there's some kind of movement happening at Vexville. The land has grown darker. Shadows seem to cling more to the land, and the land almost surrounding in the waters. Nobody's actually even fishing in those waters anymore because it's just become dangerous. And then you guys had it was also thrown out there to either go deal with Steinthorn or Tophet, because those are the last two barons.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And if Kaz is coming in, we were kind of discussing and saying, well, the Barons aren't going anywhere. Seems like we might be able to kind of figure out what's going on, or maybe get a deeper look into some other stuff going on if we go there. Plus, if we could find this wish, it could be super helpful. What are your thoughts, Kaz?
I guess my question is, what is the only thing that we're hoping to get from the island is the wish?
Or there was also an item or something like that too, right, Ginge?
I believe
A weapon or
the
something?
can't remember now.
I thought more.
I thought the rod was part of the wish.
That could
Yeah.
have been. I was gonna say,
Or
'cause I
like the
think
rod
Morn
is
was
what allows you to
big
cast
into
it.
going to Vexville for that reason, I think.
Yeah.
Morton wanted to go for the wish,
Okay.
but also, what's his name?
Yes, to see if we could get Henri's daughter's limbs back with the wish. Or something.
But that's not the only way. As much as I think a wish, as much as I want to help Henri's daughter, if this wish spell could really do anything, it's hard to say that that's the best use for it. Bruggen also mentioned one other way of helping Henri's daughter. Apparently, he knows another. I don't remember if he said it was a druid or not, but it was someone he knew that could transform himself into the shape of a dragon.
Oh, and didn't Bruggen mention they were in Vexville as well?
He
No.
said he didn't. He said he didn't know where that he was.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a
He
she,
said this
right?
It was a she.
Yeah.
She, okay. Yeah, this person is possibly difficult to deal with. Bruggen was gonna go and see if he could find her for us.
Yep.
So.
And we'll say you just had that conversation with him.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Well, even if that is another way to help her daughter, it couldn't hurt to have a wish on our side. Those things
A
are
wish spell
very
would be
powerful.
I
quite
just think
useful.
a type of magic that can do anything is I guess scary is just the right word, right?
I wouldn't want
You guys,
someone else finding it first.
Did
Yeah,
you guys jump into making a pact with a demon? How is this any different?
Also,
Well,
wait. Wolf mentioned the ruins too, though, right?
there,
What's
there are so many things different. For one, it was a devil, which is way different than making a pact with a demon. Uh, and also, Kalen signed that pact, and now Kalen is presumably somewhere in the Nine Hells now.
And if that
Um,
pact hadn't been made, that wouldn't have been possible. It was a very powerful
Sure,
contract to get something. with
sure,
it
but if the
potentially never
pact
being.
hadn't been signed, if you were to wish that that had never been signed, we could all be dead. We could have all died in a different way, right?
maybe you
Yeah.
can't use it to change the
So,
past.
so the what I'm saying is, if you wish for anything, um, you don't always know the consequences of what you're asking for. So, I'm not sure that I really like that. I'm not sure I like the idea of using it at all.
Maybe using it to help Andre's daughter is a good way to use it, because then no one else can use it, and well, and that's a pretty simple thing to ask for.
Is it?
To restore her arms and legs.
How would
I
that
think
work?
so. So I don't know how magic works.
Where? Yeah, that's kind of my point, right? Where do they get the other? Um,
But I trust Bruggen, and he said it would work.
And you guys don't think it would be possible to ask or wish for Caitlyn to come back?
if you were to wish for Kalen to come back, what's to say he doesn't come back completely different than the way we knew him? What if he comes back as an undead noble of one of the rings of the Nine Hells, right? If that was your wish, for Kalen to come back,
Could come back as a ghost.
he could come back as a ghost. He could come back as some sort of undead creature.
What if he came back like that walker that he always had walk around with him,
Yeah.
that did stuff for him? Remind us why Beowulf told us about this place too. He brought it up as well.
He had just said that there was rumors, basically kind of what Bobo had said. There was rumors that the land had begun to move, that people were disappearing if they were getting too close to the island, and that something was happening over there, and he wasn't sure what or why.
I know partially the reason behind it. He mentioned something about Dampiers,
Yep.
but I haven't said anything about that yet.
Yep. He had said something about the dead have risen and seem alive. For whatever reason.
It's Caitlyn. He's here. I think that if you are very particular with your wording with a wish, I think that I could get Kalen back the way he was.
But do we know when? He would have to come back before he signed the contract.
Yeah. So I think if I were very
And that would be changing the past.
Not if I just wished him to come back into existence as the way he was prior to signing the contract.
It might work.
Then what if he does that and then he does come back just like that, and then the next day he returns to the Hells? You didn't say how long.
Oh, that's
Right.
that's a good point.
Even worse, he
Go
comes
back.
back as level 4 and he's under leveled as shit.
That's the worst problem here.
That'd be the worst.
I think you need to when you cast the spell, make sure to specify level 13.
Yeah.
I need him to come back the way he was before, except he needs to be stronger.
It's yeah, I mean it's
I know wishes are very.
wishes are really fucking weird because you have to word them a certain way cuz just cuz you might mean it one way, I might interpret it another.
Yeah.
So you have to be very cut and dry.
Well,
The
the way I see
universe
it,
might interpret it a different way.
the way I see
Mhm.
it, the wish spell is not like language doesn't really matter to the wish spell, right? However you word it, and like what really matters to the wish spell is I want to say the meaning behind the person.
Yes. It's mostly it's you just have to be very specific. If you say I want Kaz to have a red robe, he might get a red robe. But somewhere else in the world, somebody might not have a red robe anymore. Because it just took it from somebody
exactly.
else.
You don't know what the cost of it is.
Yeah.
Correct. You don't know with a wish spell. Wish spells are so fucking weird. I
Well,
love them.
The concept for Freya is very foreign, and it's just she just knows that basically you have something that you can wish for, and it can be pretty
Correct.
much anything. So she's
Um,
just kind of stuck on that idea.
Brugen had heard of this object or whatever. Maybe we want to ask him for help before we cast the spell.
Rugen had heard of it and had told you flat out that he didn't really like it, and that's why he had kind of guided you towards that other individual.
Yeah. Or maybe we go there and we just destroy it. So no one else can use it.
If he's trying to get some intel around the location of this other person, maybe we go to Steinthorn, take care of our business there, and then when we come back, maybe he'll have updated information for us.
Yeah.
Just an option.
Part of me doesn't really want to deal with barons for a little bit, but at some point we have to. I think maybe now is the right time. I'm okay with going to Steinthorn.
I'll look at Freya and say, is going back there something that would be beneficial to you, or something that you would be dreading? Or
So
maybe
you sh-
both of those can be true at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah. So you'd kind of be looking down, like deep in thought. So, I feel like it's one of those things that's in the back of your mind that you need to confront, that you just keep putting off. I feel like, not that I want to, and not that I wouldn't be dreading it, but I feel like I need to face him again, and this time it would be different,
We're stronger this time.
much stronger.
And you're not possessed this time. This time we're gonna kill Lucian.
Yeah, so I think this time would be different. So whether we go there now or later, I want to. If that's what you're looking for. But I'm really interested in, if nothing else, finding that wish.
I think Steinthorn would be the most personal to Freya, and so I will agree to doing whichever she wants to do.
So we don't have that much time before the Undying One's gonna find those last 2 stones.
Another reason why it might be nice to have the wish. Even if we
One
could use it to
thing.
find the stone or get a stone.
So one thing when Morn says that, I think you would all pretty much know he's got all the stones.
Well, no,
Well,
Lauren
no,
still
they-
thinks there's.
they
Lauren still
aren't-
thinks there's 2 out there.
They aren't aware that I grabbed the white one. For all they know, it's at the bottom of McKill. They saw me
Right.
attempt to grab it the first time. They didn't see me grab it the second time, and I've
Fair.
never uttered a word about it to anyone.
Fair enough.
And the
So-
other one, Lauren did not interpret Andre's dream as if the other one had been found. So, to me,
So
there's
to
still-
Morn, there's still 2 out there, and to everyone
Yeah.
else, there's at least 1 out there. Because
Okay,
I haven't told anyone about the white one.
Nope. I just want to make that clear. So,
Yeah, Morris is dumb.
yeah.
Yeah, but to everyone's knowledge, except for mine, that one is at the bottom of a giant castle's rubble.
Fair enough. Okay.
So we go kill Lucian. And you see Morn kind of start to like finger his great axe a little bit, flex his muscle slightly. You can see that he's
Disgusting.
Pick-
Why would you finger your axe?
grab it,
Hmm.
you know, shift it around a little bit, you know.
Uh,
You know, have you ever just like, you know, put your hand on something, think when you're thinking about it?
yes.
That's what I mean. He's not he's not stroking his great axe.
You never know. Morn gets a little weird over weird things.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
He's been lonely for a long time. I mean, he didn't take that that gnome up on any loving. He didn't take that
That
the
Bobo?
the Goliath Bobo. I
Turning
mean,
Bobo down.
yeah.
Bobo's trying to put on the greenery for him, and it's just not working. Hearing everybody kind of lean towards Steinthorn, Freya's gonna look kind of, I don't know, bummed, I guess would be a good word.
Yep.
If everybody thinks that Steinthorn is the best bet right now, then I guess to Steinthorn it is.
If we that's where we decide to go, let's take a day to maybe silver some weapons. I think that's what Arcadia scolded us for last time.
Yep. So everybody minus Freya would know silver is a big ticket item for that.
I'm assuming a blacksmith in Jupiter would be able to give our weapons a quick dip,
Easily.
quick silver dip.
A
You would
quick
assume
silver dip
so?
or a quicksilver dip?
Like silver.
It's different. It's different.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not
Yeah.
wrong.
It'll just come straight off. I'm not gonna stick to the blade or nothing.
Marn would very hesitantly have his blade silvered, but he would do it. I don't know how much it costs.
I think it's 100 gold per weapon. So
Roughly-ish.
Someone may have to sponsor me then.
Same.
How would that work
Um,
for arrows? Do I just have like a certain number of arrows? dipped?
I think it's 10.
10 pieces, yeah.
Yeah, so 100 gold. I think in the books is 100 gold is one weapon or 10 pieces of ammunition.
I should probably do like 20 then, because I go through
Yeah.
10 arrows very quickly.
Yeah, I would do 20, and you know you don't have on a regular person you don't have to use the silver ones, right?
Right.
I very rarely use them, but I'm gonna get my daggers done as well,
Just in case.
just in case. You might as well. Like we're already waiting on the others to. No reason to not do it. Anyone that needed needed a quick payday loan, let me know and I'll mark the. I'll spot you some gold.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I definitely need some.
no. Guys didn't take the time to loot the last place.
Yeah, we got
During
really
this
bad at that.
time, Ginge, would we have found any like? This is probably the most time we've just spent in Jupiter. Would we have found any like items that would have interest us to buy throughout the town, other than just like health potions?
Like magical items there. I mean, Bobo's
Possibly.
he's got that magic shop.
Oh, I'm
Also,
not shopping at Bobo's shop.
well, it's Bobo's shop, but it's run by it's run by that gnome and that white-haired guy that you guys rescued.
Is that shop in Jupiter?
Oh yeah, that we rescued from Mugthal.
Warren's
Yep.
just like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I want to see Bobo.
I would politely request the party to check if there's anything I'd be interested in Bobo's shop.
Are we
Doesn't
going
seem-
back to Bobo's?
No, Bobo's shop in Jupiter.
Oh. Right.
Are you guys gonna go check out the shop?
Why is there not silver arrows in D&D Beyond? Why is that not a thing?
Hmm.
That's fucking weird.
I'm just gonna, I guess, make it custom for 20 arrows that just say silver. I don't really know how to put the correct information on them.
So you guys are going to check it out?
Yeah, let's
Do it.
The information up here. So, this is also called the Pampered Regal. It is an offshoot of Bobo's shop, but it is run by Grimmy P. Dripstone and Augustus Blanche.
Pampered what?
The Pampered Regal. And then I need to pull up. Where's So there's actually quite a few really cool items that they have, and then there's also some basic items. There's a ring of AC. There is a cloak of displacement, and then there's several other little items. So you see, these things that I have made, this one, you put them over your eyes, and they allow you to look like you have the piercing eyes of an ice dragon. Yes.
Ooh.
I would
This-
love the cloak of displacement. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
This one is a ring. This one, you wear this, and it allows you to summon a cloud that you can fly on. Very rare. I found this one in a cave and made some alterations to it. Very interesting. And this one was just made yesterday. This one, and he holds out this like little vial, almost like cask, and this one, when you open, or it's like a dead person's head, but it's like small. It's like miniatured and shrunk. If you open the jaw like so, and he opens the jaw, a little green bead comes out, and he throws it. And as he throws it, it bounces around, and it stuns his friend sitting in the room with him.
You said there's a ring of AC.
Yes.
What does it do?
Just gives you +1 to your AC.
How much is that?
You get 1 degree cooler.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it just makes your AC that much better. You know, helps for those hot summer days.
Which is the cloak?
Ring of air conditioning.
Ring of, that'd be amazing. The +1 ring is 1,800 gold,
Jeez. For one
and
AC?
the ring of displacement, or
Cloak
Yeah,
of
cloak.
displacement.
yeah, displacement. Oh baby, that is 25,000 gold.
I point at it, and I'm gonna bring it over to Kaz,
Wait, what's 25,000?
and I normally wouldn't ask for much.
That's actually
but
kind of fair, honestly.
Yeah.
I think this cloak would help a lot. So I watched it, and I put it on, and there's like an illusionary Morin next to him.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm sure it would help a lot.
I'm gonna start making my way toward the door.
Excuse me. Was
She's gonna pay for it. I'm gonna point at Kaz.
You know, Morn, I'm not.
25 G's, baby.
I'm not sure I've got that much gold.
You see Martin's face is kind of like go really confused. Like for this, he takes it off and looks at it. Kind of
Yeah.
waves it a little bit.
But it's a cloak.
You know, there's some nice rings over there that could also be helpful.
Okay. Oh.
Mom, can I get
and
this,
then-
Mom?
Yeah, you see a
Mom?
disappointed Martin go over and put the cloak back up on the shelf.
And then there are other random like fun things. There's an oopsie stone. So it's a stone that when you throw it, it creates a noxious cloud of basically poop. Smells like horrible poop. There
It's like
is
fart
a
spray.
Yep. There is a vial of sticky. So you throw it on the ground, it creates almost like a glue type substance that creates a 10 by 10 square of basically hard
terrain.
hard terrain,
Difficult
like
terrain.
rough-
Difficult
Yep.
terrain, yeah.
Yep. There's also glow sticks or rave sticks. Little sticks you can crack and you can throw, and they like kind of like strobe on and off. There is
Yeah.
a couple of small animals that when you stroke the back, they move around almost like real life animals. And then when you touch them on the back, they stop moving and they look like little wood statues again.
Which kind of animals are there?
There's a cat, a dog, a lion, or like a bear, and then like almost like a lion.
So there's not a dragon?
No.
Damn it!
I
So
would
Marno
like
go
the
look.
bear.
I would have almost bought one, but if there's a dragon, be like, look, if I can't have a dragon, I'm gonna have a pretend dragon.
Can I buy the bear?
Yeah.
How much is it?
1 gold.
Oh, easy.
Oh, okay, wait. So you said a cat, a dog, a
Buy the
lion,
lot.
and a bear?
Bear,
My
and,
mom.
and like a tiger.
Lion, tigers,
Like,
and
are they all
bears.
the same size and they're just different looking?
Yeah,
I'll do the cat then.
1 gold.
Marno, go check out the rings. I'm assuming there's just a couple of the +1 rings.
Yeah,
Crazy.
there's like 3 or 4 +1 rings. there's the oh shit, I forgot which one it is. There is there's like a ring that has almost like it almost looks like it's cloud features that go all the way around it.
Marno just look at the different designs on them, but he has no clue what they do. So I'll just put them back and
Fair enough.
probably walk out.
You're being
So
watched
what
like
it-
carefully.
What do the,
Yeah.
the rings do again, Ginger? I know there's a plus to AC. What does the cloud one do?
You are able to on a bonus action you can summon a 20-foot radius storm cloud that hovers 60 feet above the ground and lasts for 1 minute.
How much is that one?
That one is 7,000.
Fuck! Magical bullshit!
Yo, that's basically a free call lightning that doesn't require concentration. That's fair.
Yeah, well, no, I'm
Yeah,
not saying it's
I
not
was
fair.
expecting more.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's not fair at all. It's just, it's still shocking just because I know how little gold we actually have.
Yeah, you guys used to be filthy fucking rich, and then
Yeah, we haven't made gold in a little while.
mm-mm.
Someone destroyed the house.
I'm gonna just kind of like wave my hand and go, I'm just gonna take my cat thing, and as I walk out the door, I'm gonna like be holding it and talking to it. I'm gonna call you Dragon. I'm just gonna walk out.
Anything else?
Sandthorn.
We did all silver the weapons, right? Did we say that happened?
So
Yep.
I'll fast forward through that. Just subtract the costs for that.
I
I
need floating.
I subtracted the cost from myself and Morn and Alwyn.
I did mine already.
If you weren't directly there, Morn would have handed him a grid axe and then like 4 javelins and 2 hand axes.
Somebody needs to babysit Morn at all times when shopping is involved.
Okay. Fuck it. All right.
He's not
800
allowed to
gold
shop
later.
by himself.
I mean,
So he got 7 weapons. Silver. It should come in handy.
Never
Totally.
gonna use it. He's gonna use one weapon the whole time, but he needed all 7 to be silver.
I hate that. I hate his wife so much. I'm gonna just do it. It in the shop. Well, I guess we don't need to do this now. I was gonna ask if there's anything that would do like necrotic damage resistance.
Freya, on the weapons thing in D&D Beyond, there's an option to click and it's silvered. And you click it and then it gets the silvered property.
Oh, where? What? On the
There
weapon or
Under
like, my arrows?
customize. If you click on the arrows and then click customize, there's a
Oh,
little checkbox for silvered.
oh, that's
I
handy.
don't have that on my arrows.
Oh.
There is nothing for necrotic resistance, but for 250 gold, he can make a ring that does necrotic resistance.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's on the weapon. It's on the weapon. It's not on the actual arrows. Got it.
Yeah.
Would they require attunement?
Yes. What is going on with roll 20?
I have no idea. It does it occasionally today.
Why we need
Keep the hell off of here.
If I pay now,
It's a pile of shite.
when we return, could I have 5?
5 rings?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, depending on when you return. But yeah, they can get to making them.
I will give them 1250.
Okay.
I will mark it off now.
It looks like you're going to have some rings made. So I would be most gracious and so since you're paying up front, I will rush order these and have these ready as soon as possible.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
We'll be out of town for a little bit, but we'll come see you when we come back.
Sounds good. I will have these made as soon as possible.
To answer that question, yes.
Lovely.
And they're all staring at you.
I'm just gonna. Oh, I still don't have my cloak.
Oh.
I'm gonna kind of like hang my head, kind of look down, and kind of like look around and whatnot, so that I'm not like looking straight at people.
You cannot run from your destiny.
Okay, Rafiki.
I think at this point,
And-
Martin would have given you back the cloak.
It's up to you. Freya wouldn't ask for it back.
Yeah, no, he would have given it back.
Okay. If you've
Since
given
I
it
no
back,
longer.
I'm gonna put it on and pull the hood down low so that people can't see my face.
It looks better on you than me. It came down to like my mid thighs.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't suited very well for you.
Well, it did its job though.
I don't think you used it.
He did.
It weren't
was talking
exactly
to
tailored
Morn.
for him.
Yeah, he got out of the bear carpet. Remember?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
the bear
shit.
carpet. We used it to get into the house too.
Yep.
Gregorian's house.
Fair enough.
It came in handy, but it comes in handy on anybody.
There.
It's not Morin's.
So I'm marking that I have it back in my inventory. So as of right now, it's not attuned, but I'll just make a note that next time I can like go to bed and spend some time with it, I'll reattune to it.
You can attune to it. I would have given it to you back right away, and we've been here for a couple days.
Okay.
I think it's just a short rest that you need, so you could.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, true. If it's been a
not
couple
very
days.
long.
All
yeah.
right.
You've had it for a couple days now.
Excellent.
Alright. So you guys have acquired a couple new pieces of gear. What else are you guys doing?
We're just waiting on the rings, and then we'll head out.
Okay.
Um,
So you-
Well,
was gonna say, are you waiting
I
on
was
the
gonna say
rings?
the rings are for the island, so
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
right.
that,
Yep.
that,
You're
that
right,
was
yep.
I figured we could go to Steinthorn and come back and get them.
Gotcha.
And go to the island next.
Before everybody leaves, Honore will pay a visit to the Ranger Manger. And okay, are we doing anything else before this?
No, that's
I wanna
how
look
you
at
guys were leaving.
something. Okay. She'll show up and say, I didn't feel like I gave a proper send off before. So, I didn't even say goodbye really. Nor did I say how much it means to me and to Lachlan as well, that you all helped us. Though she's not in the best of conditions, Marquis owes her life to you. And I cannot express how grateful I am to have her back, and that you all helped me get her back.
We wouldn't have had it any other way. Glad that we finally got her back for you. And completely understand you staying behind with her until she's better.
Right.
You're one of the kindest and gentlest people I've met. My only regret is I wish we could have found your daughter sooner. If we find anything, any way to help her, we'll let you know.
I don't know what will come to pass, but I know that what has happened is already past, and I need to focus on the future. But I appreciate you're still willing to help. She'll go around and give everybody a hug.
I'll give her a particularly tight squeeze when she gets to me.
Watch over
He's
Savannah
strong.
for me, eh?
Oh, that won't be too hard. She's pretty good at taking care of herself.
I know.
Yeah, she has been at Elena's tower, and every single time that you've gone in to check on your daughter, she's been in there already, like doing wound care, cleaning the stump, putting like dressings over everything. Like, yeah.
She basically hasn't left.
Yeah.
Henri, I mean.
Yeah. I'm talking like
You're talking about
Morn's sister.
Right.
Yeah.
I know that, but we'll keep an eye on her.
Of course.
And if you don't mind checking in on the house for us occasionally, just to make sure our staff isn't getting unruly.
Hey, I can do that too.
No late night parties.
Oh, those will be happening at my house. Don't you worry about that.
At least without any unaccompanied. At least if there is an adult present, it's okay, but no unaccompanied minors.
Where
I don't think there'll be any danger of that.
You never know. Kids are crazy. They hear there's
Suppose
an
I
empty
don't.
house.
we're off to try to fight Lucian again. We're gonna miss your swift sword.
I would that I could go with you to fell that bastard myself.
It's gonna be a fun fight.
We'll give you his regards. Or we'll give him your regards, sorry.
I make sure they're sharp.
Oh, they'll be very sharp.
Remember that one thing I had forgotten last time was that we should have had Wolfsbane. Somehow that never occurred to me the first time. But if you're going in
You can-
again,
You
make
can
sure
turn
you get
into a
some.
wolf. That would make sense.
I don't know how exactly it will affect him, but it is one of the things. Though werewolves were not particularly common, by which I mean no one in my village has ever actually seen one. The folks
If
of
my,
old did
if my
have.
memory recalls,
Didn't I was I able to
you
get that
you
from
did
my
it like
enemy?
yeah, you did like a really good like check on
Yeah.
something, and you had learned that silver hurt them, like you were
Yeah.
able to harm them,
But
but that
Wolfsbane
wolfsbane
weakens
if-
them significantly.
weakens them significantly, and if you're able to get them to ingest it while not in their because I think you rolled a natural 20
Yeah,
on that
this
if I
sounds
remember
familiar.
correctly.
Might have been, yeah.
And if you
If you get
would
them
learn
to ingest it while they're not in their wolf
Correct.
form, then they,
it can be almost fatal.
yeah.
Depending on the wolf, like lesser wolves, it's like an insta kill. So you're not sure how it would affect somebody of his stature, but from what what you recalled and remembered, it was very harmful if ingested, because you are no longer dealing with the externals of the werewolf, you are dealing with the internals.
I wouldn't know how to make any sort of like wolfsbane potion, would I? Probably not.
Probably not. Are you an alchemist?
Uh-uh.
Maybe
Yeah.
the potions
No.
person in town would have some. We
That
got
is
some of
very
the
good
health potions.
choice to ask.
Visit the apothecary.
Hmm.
Yeah, but what if they don't have anything left in stock because our good friend Alyssa went in the night and took a bunch of stuff off the shelves?
You don't know that.
You
Of
might
course
not
we
have
don't.
wanted
I'm just
a-
saying they might be out of business.
Well, we can check that as we
Well-
head out of town.
If that's the case, we'll just kill her.
Okay. If they don't have them, at least we
Whoops.
have. At least we
Kill her,
have.
even if
We
she's
have
already
lots
dead.
of silvered. We have lots of silvered weapons.
Yeah.
If they don't have Wolfsbane.
I'm sure you'll do just fine.
I'll
I have
check and
faith
see if we can
in
find some.
that.
See if I can find that bitch's name.
Bitch's name.
Maribel? The Lucian's wife?
Arcadia.
Well, not Arcadia.
Arcadia, that bitch.
Maribel and Lucian.
Yep.
You could ask Freya. She knows very well.
Yep.
Yeah, she's the worst.
Here's the worst.
I mean, she wasn't that bad.
Kaz is never gonna forget his first counter spell.
Yeah, she smoked you. Got you good. I think you were trying to cast something pretty high level too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but I remember being like, I remember thinking Kaz would be like very upset that this happened, and I think
Yeah.
had never happened before.
Well, and then I think the next turn you tried to cast something else, and there was another wizard there, and he counterspelled you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a couple of weekends ago, we had a I was at my cabin for our bachelor party, and we did a D&D campaign over the weekend for it. And yeah, my friend cast a spell. It got counterspelled. I counterspelled that counterspell, and then my counterspell got counterspelled.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the spell
Damn.
got dispelled.
The DM really wanted that spell to land.
Yeah. Yeah, I
He's
mean,
like, counterspell is broken!
There are 3 counterspells.
Holy shit.
Nothing I can do.
Well,
That's
eventually you
impressive.
run out of reactions. That's-
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so fucking excessive.
eh.
Circle of counterspell.
Yeah, he was playing like he had it was like 3 hags, and so there were 3 potential counterspells already, and they had a whole bunch of source point like spell slots coming from their cauldron or whatever.
Source
It was pretty cool. Yeah.
You playing Divinity again?
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll say for time of the essence here, because it's getting to the end of the night, you are able to find the apothecary. You are able to talk to. Oh, if I remember correctly, her name. That's the general store. The Cauldron is a potion alchemical shop, and it is run by Leon. She is a elven female. Kind of a wily. She think of God, what's her name from Harry Potter? The one that does like the fortune or the future, like the future telling.
Professor Trelawney.
Yeah. Think of it like that. Like just like big spectacles and like just like curly like super poof hair, and she's very very into her work. You say the Wolfsbane? Let me see. And she runs into the back. About 10 minutes later, she comes out. Small vial, just small vial of it. This is what the only thing that I am able to find. 150 gold.
This is the only one you have, huh?
The only one I have. Yes.
Okay. We will take it. Thank you for your work.
Of course.
And I love your glasses.
And she like, thank you, and like the eyes are just like.
Thank you.
I think Chelsea did it best.
Wait for me to make a harebrained gnome character.
Didn't you already?
That's a little different.
Not that much.
Yeah, she's more like cutesy and innocent. I'm thinking more like mad scientist.
Ah, yeah, true. Fair enough.
So, what are you guys doing?
How much Wolfbane? Did she have Wolfbane potion?
Yeah.
I missed that.
She had a small one.
Yep.
And it was 120 gold, but Kaz gave her an extra 30.
You know me, I was a big tipper.
Very tight with the money, but a big tipper.
Yeah. I don't think that we can. Actually, that's not true. We could teleport there. We could teleport to the town there, and then rest, and maybe make our move in the morning. I don't know what time of day it is, or we could get some horses. Maybe. I think I could teleport us there.
Don't
But
forget, Kaz, we went into Steinthorn before and left as fugitives.
Could you teleport us right to Lucian's dungeon?
That
would be really cool.
I could try.
Yeah, if we can get past the gates, that would probably be ideal because we're gonna have those guards that are gonna be checking people.
I mean, I think I could get us in the town. Right?
Oh, wow. You don't even need one of those big circle things?
Well, no, but it's not as exact.
There's a
Ah!
there's a chance of it messing up.
Typical Kaz, leaving out just enough information that
Yeah.
might skew your decision.
There's
be
a chance that I'll miss.
You didn't take anything from Steinthorn, did you?
No, I don't think so.
That would like make it like almost like 1% chance of failing.
Let me look. No, I don't think so. My life is the only thing I left with.
You could find Arcadia. You came
So-
back with Arcadia. She was in Steinthorn.
So I would say that.
Nope.
Is Freya an associated object?
I mean, she spent most of her life there.
And creature,
Yes.
not an object.
Ah! I mean, but what
Yeah.
is an object really?
True.
It's just a creature that isn't alive.
She was objectified while there.
Exactly. Talk about twisting the rules.
Just to let you know,
My bow.
remember there was a lot of doors that were suddenly open in Bobo's place.
Oh, maybe we could see if he could get us in. That would be better.
I'm gonna grin and kind of nudge Morn. Wanna go see Bobo?
That would actually be best, but we would all need to go to Bobo's to get there.
You said you could teleport, right? I think we should do that.
I mean, Steinthorn is by the bay. You know, depending on how far we miss, we could end up in the water, right?
I can't swim. Oh, wait, I can swim. I can swim now.
You could be an octopus if you want.
Yeah, I can turn into like a fish. Brogan taught me that.
That might not be. That may not be too good for me either.
Yeah, you know.
It's kind of hard to swim when you kind of see.
And yeah, a lot of armor to.
It might be a little obvious swimming
Swim in.
into Steinthorn as well. Just don't mind us swimming our way up to the shore here. So you think Bobo has a way to get us in for sure?
I don't know that for sure, but you know,
Yeah,
there
I don't know
are
about that either.
the door that we use to teleport back to Jupiter. He has several others. I don't know where they all go, but there's a bunch. So plus, you know, then we don't have to use a really high level spell to get in, and maybe we could use that for something else.
I got an idea.
Gotta save that 7th level slot, man.
Yeah.
I got an idea. So, did you tell you? I didn't go there last time, so he probably wouldn't notice if I wasn't there this time. So maybe I could turn into like a spider or something.
Morn,
then
you
we
know
go-
Bobo better than that. He's
Well, I
gonna
know-
go there.
I know Bobo, and then he's gonna want to talk about a bunch of stuff, and then I'll have to brag about how all the riches that he's found. And, it's just kind of it just takes a long time, and well, we want to get to Steinthorn as fast as possible, and and maybe he won't even
Well-
have a way to get there.
Well, falling into the ocean is not the fastest way possible.
To be fair, we can tell him we're in a
True.
hurry too.
Okay,
Tell him that we can't chit chat.
we can go talk to Bobo.
Morn agreeing to see Bobo. So hesitant.
Horn scared.
Nobody calls me chicken.
Yeah, so I guess we, I don't know what time of day it is, but if it's late at night, I guess we can rest for the night, and then in the morning, head back to Bobo's. And
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty late. I mean, you guys, with all the running around and everything going on, yeah,
a lot that day, yeah.
a lot over the last couple of days.
Yeah.
So, we will say we'll end tonight on that. As you guys, unless somebody else has something they want to do, but as you guys,
I would reconvene with Sheena, just talk with her a little bit.
Yeah.
Once we get in private, I'll say well, looks like there's been a change of plans.
oh,
Turns out we're heading to Steinthorn after all.
interesting.
I mean, either way, we're going to be dealing with ancient curses of the lands brought about to us again, so I guess it's pick your poison, so to speak. Doesn't matter if it's nightwalkers or werewolves, really.
You really think he is?
Whether
Just-
by the ancient curse being brought back or by some horrific experimentation.
Interesting. Do you really feel like it's something that can be made by experimentation? I just don't feel like it's real. I don't feel like it's something that. I just feel like it's something that's probably a joke. Don't you?
He may very, very well be trying to bring the ancient curse back, but after witnessing what went down in the dungeons of Trump's Vein Manor, I don't know what to believe at this point.
You're not wrong. From what you told me, it sounds like a lot was going on there. I could be interesting to see. I don't believe that he's doing anything of ancient curses, but he could be experimenting as well.
Possibility.
What do you feel? Do you think that's what he's actually doing there? What do you do if you go there and he is the big bad boogeyman that you think that he might be?
Well, if he is or isn't, a wolf doesn't hold a candle to a mighty dragon. Isn't that
You're
right,
not-
old friend? And I'll physically manifest Ozzy so that he can talk to both of us.
Ah, of course. I am it. I'm death incarnate.
Right. Speaking of, Ozzy, you noticed the little one skittering around the shapeshifter's shoulders.
Yeah,
It's intriguing,
not-
isn't it?
that's not one of mine. That's the good ones. I don't know why he's on his shoulder like that, but Okay.
Very, very intriguing.
Do you think he tamed it? Do you think it's... I don't know, it seems rather affectionate towards him. Hmm.
Yes, it doesn't seem to be a pact like you and I have.
No. I'm fucking forced here.
Well,
I mean, it's okay. But, you know what I mean. I'm stuck.
until you have your business needed to complete, yes.
Yeah.
I promise we will get around to facing down your brother one day.
Fucking face fuck that asshole.
Oh.
That brings about another thing. When the new moon elf was exiting the teleportation circle, he seemed somewhat agitated. I wonder if he has the same aversion towards dragons as his cousin did? Not exactly sure.
Sister cousin. Yeah. Yeah, he looked kind of pissed off. I would prefer... Well, you know what? I don't give a fuck. If he finds out, he finds out. Not like he can do anything. He can't kill me twice. He can kill you, though.
He can very well try.
Yeah, he can try. Let's kill him.
I think you're leaning back a little bit into your old tendencies there, old friend.
Yeah. You kind of like as weird as it is, it's under his breath, but at the same time, it's in your head, and you just hear, I wonder what he fucking tastes like. Yeah, I haven't had one of them in a while.
Yes,
Pretty
well,
gamey.
concerning elves, the half-elf that you seem to be so infatuated with, I assume you noticed as well as we were walking around town that she seemed to be surrounded by onlookers of sorts.
Oh, yeah? You see that backside?
Oh no.
Some reason I don't think that's it.
Furry
Fair
dragon
enough.
spirit.
She also seems to have history with Steinthorn as well.
She seems very hesitant to go there. I'm a little, intrigued to see why.
Yes, she mentioned that she had been possessed at that time. I wonder if it has anything to do with it.
You think
as
she
he's-
was royalty there?
No, not quite. And as he sort of says, he fishes around at the pouch on his belt and he takes out that same obsidian token and sort of tosses it up with his thumb repeatedly, just sort of thinking to himself.
As you're kind of like flipping it and twirling it, you just see like the swirling malice that is that token.
Isaac.
Fucking Isaac.
I wonder if this fiery little fellow brought about the end of who they call Kalen. They mentioned that name as well.
Yeah. Sounds like he did it to himself, but
Hmm.
could have been that guy.
Well, only a fool would deal with devils.
Yeah. Should we ask him?
If you ask them, you're going to irritate them, but it's the only way to get knowledge.
And his soul might still be wandering the plains. If we can find out where he died, we might be able to contact him.
Are we talking about the demon or are we talking about Kalen?
This, Kalen fellow.
Yeah. Could talk to him. Sounds like he's in a pretty shitty place, though.
I
Yeah.
do believe they said something about a broken contract and stuck in hell. So I don't think he's in anywhere good.
His soul likely won't be wandering the ethereal plane then. Near his point of death.
I don't think so either. It sounds like he didn't go out the greatest.
Right. More questions lead to ever more mysteries, while ours stay hidden.
Unfortunately, it always seems to be the path with us.
Social negotiation is a game of chess. Mentally, of course. You can get a lot out of your opponents without sacrificing too many of your pieces if you just think and play it strategically.
Well, that's what we're doing now, aren't we?
I'd like to think so. I just
I
have
mean,
to.
I
Go
would
ahead.
just prefer we just kill fucking people. But, you guys are over here playing chess.
Yeah, fucking nerds.
In time, friend, in time. I'd like to keep on playing this game with this group and see what else they have to tell.
I am intrigued. The shifting one seems interesting. And so does this new elf. So, yeah, I say we stick around and, see what other little tidbits we can get.
I concur.
I think Roll20 is finally just absolutely taking a crap.
It's taking a shit.
Today.
It's done for
Yeah.
the night.
Yeah. Which is fine.
But I'll go back out of the recesses and turn to Sheena and say, well, it looks like we're going to be leaving this morning, whether through any number of manners, magic to be sure. Also, sly grin will crack across my face. I didn't really get to spar any time today. I haven't really worked up a sweat. And I'm going to be gone for some time.
She puts her hair up in a ponytail and gives you a grin. And kind of shoves you back onto the bed. And as that happens, the scene will fade out.
Mm-hmm.
Fades to
What a
black.
touching end.
Touching indeed.
So
Yeah.
romantic.
Very
Gee.
touching.
How romantic.
She touched deep, alright. But, as the group makes their final decisions, you guys get your blades, weapons, and anything else you guys need. You guys, from the sounds of it, have made the decision to try Bobo's to see if there's a way for you to get to Steinthorn quicker.
Aye.
Excuse me. And in doing so, with the aim to end Lucian's life and or deal a pretty hefty blow to him, whether that be a straight up fight or that be a little more of the sneaky. Only time will tell as we kind of go from there to see what happens. And unfortunately, stream, with summer happening, a lot of us are going to be doing a little bit of extracurricular things. So we'll be gone. So I think we'll be taking, 2 weeks off now
Yeah.
from the main campaign. But I think Strat's got something planned for next week, possibly. So he'll be a little fun. You guys will be able to see him DM. And then I'll be gone and Morn will be gone. So
I promise this time. Last time didn't go very well.
what do you mean? Last
Hey,
time went
I thought it
fine.
was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
did
I didn't
so
have it.
fun.
Are we
I
talking-
didn't play, but I listened to it, and I thought it was fun to listen to.
Yeah, it was
I had a blast. I got to play.
Yeah,
What are you
I
talking
thought-
about? I
I
saw
felt
nothing
very
wrong with that.
unprepared.
Well, that's just because you weren't doing it as very much, so.
Welcome to my every session.
Yeah, so
You're literally just fine, dude. It's this group is. It's not like I'm demanding anybody here is demanding an amazing story or like extra fine details. You just do what you got to do, and we'll roll with the punches, and we'll tell you if it sucks or not. I'm just kidding.
If it's not good, I'm just gonna leave halfway through.
Exactly.
No, it's not a big
just,
deal.
just say fuck you.
yeah, but if,
I mean-
if we don't leave, then you know it's good, right?
I had
Fair.
fun this session that I got to play my character Dorian. I had a blast. So you're just fine,
Dorian
dude.
was cool.
It was a lot of fun.
Yes, I know. Dorian is cool.
Are you continuing that campaign? Right.
Oh,
Not this
Sir has
time.
little beetle friends under his sleeves that he just
I
refuses
might
to let
still-
her in.
I think I'm still gonna play that character that I made
You
for
can
it.
yeah, totally. Like, I'm not planning on having it connect to the
Yeah, but since I
main
wasn't in the other
campaign
one.
necessarily.
Yeah, if it's no good, I'm just gonna leave and go get my ass kicked in Chivalry 2.
Yeah,
And that's it.
Hell
I've
yeah.
been playing. I've been
Sounds
playing a
good.
little bit of that. But as for the stream, sorry you can't see us. I don't know what is going on with Roll20 right now. You guys have a really, really good night, and you guys have an amazing summer until we see you guys again in like next week will be Strat, but for the main campaign, about 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
we'll see you guys.
Yeah.
So we'll still be here next week. It'll just be like, kind of like what we did last week with the one shot. It'll
Yeah.
just be a different campaign, but we will still be here next week around the same time to have
Same
some
bat
D&D
time,
fun.
same bat channel.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We will see you next week. Peace
Bye.
out.